All right, folks, here's a question I'm going to pose to you guys. What would you have as a response gun in an event of a natural disaster or an emergency in your area that takes out all local government protection, all that good stuff? Now, we all have shotguns, handguns, and whatnot for basic home defense. But in the sense of where you have more of a disaster on your hands, where you know that there may not be a way out of your area, and you may be without essential services or protection for a longer amount of time, a week, 2 weeks, possibly longer, you need to think about, well, what kind of firearms are you going to have to defend yourselves, provide basic defense, until you can either hole yourself up better if you decide to stay in the area and try and survive there, or try and help out there, or you decide to just leave. Now, these are my choices right here. I have two, because one's for me and one's for the wife. And basically the mindset is, what can I grab right off the bat after the disaster or event has passed, when there are still tons of people out and about, and some of them are still acting stupid and they don't know what's going on. We all know people can react in a multitude of different ways. And here in Montana, we got a lot of people out here that are end-time prophecy type people. They may tend to freak out. If a big disaster happens, they may think the end of the world's coming, and they may react in a not-so-smart manner. So, in that event, I have these. And the reason I have these is because of the fact I think a rifle, it provides a little bit more punch. When we're talking about self-defense after a natural disaster situation, it is what it is. A pistol, whether it be a revolver or semi-automatic, is a poor man stopper, period. It is what it is. It's great for closer range, longer range, not so much. A shotgun is awesome for self-defense. Again, the range, it doesn't have as much range. I like to have options, because you can never foresee the future, and you never know what kind of situation you'll ever be in, especially if you end up in a disaster situation. So this is what I prefer. This top one right here, 1063 underfolder AK-47, 7.62 mil, and I'm shooting the M67 rounds out of her. And then the bottom one right here is going to be more for my wife. This is my M4. You've seen it in plenty of other videos, shooting the XM193 boat tail ammunition. So that's what I choose. Feel free to post up, whether in video response or a comment, what you would choose. And also, just like I've said before in other videos, there is no wrong answer. The reason I pose this question is because a lot of people like to think about this stuff and talk about this stuff on YouTube. You know, preparedness and all this stuff. So this is just to help with that discussion, to get people talking, because usually what happens is when you start talking about firearms and preparedness, a lot of good ideas come out. And it's funny how those good ideas, sometimes they're not necessarily limited to just the realm of prepping or being ready for the end of the world. Sometimes people will throw out good ideas and stuff that you can use just in camping, normal self-defense, all kinds of good stuff. So I hope there'll be a lot of discussion. Again, the question, what would you have for a natural disaster type gun? Kind of a significant event. What type of gun would you have if there was a significant event in your area that has a little bit of punch to it? And of course, I'll drive the point home. There is no wrong answer, because it's all going to depend on your environment. It's going to depend on preferences. It's going to depend on a lot of things. For example, I choose these, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with having a couple Mosins ready to go. Or just a shotgun if that's all you have, or some other type of firearm. So, all right, thanks for watching, and hope to see a lot of comments and responses. Stay safe.